All right, we are in week 10, planetary health and planetary ethics. This is one of the toughest areas because the planet is hurting and the planet is dying and we need to save it. But technology is coming to the rescue in a big way. But at the same time, there's these ethical problems that are arising from the indiscriminate use of technology. So it's, yes, tech to the rescue, but responsible tech to the rescue. And so we need to learn how to do responsible tech. And this is one of the most important topics because of the fact, I know that I say that every week, but in this particular case, it happens to be a pivotal chapter because that is one of the major issues. You know, when you look at what the mess that Facebook and Google and others have made and Twitter and like just so many of the scandals that are going on now and how they've used technology to, now not in the right way, we can't have that going forward. So all that needs to be cleaned up, and you guys are going to be the ones to do it. So it's important that you strengthen your ethical profile. And I know that in Mexico, it's so common. You know, when I used to live in the States, and people, working for Univision, and people from Televisa would come over. Univision and Televisa were sister companies, and people from Televisa, I would come over to work. I remember I'd have to have the chat, no, with them about what the U.S. doesn't work like Mexico, and sexual harassment and the whole um, ethics and no bribes, and so it was this whole thing, and that's I know that that's changing a lot here in Mexico, and that's a great thing because you really the default mechanism cannot be, oh, in order to get this buy we need to grease the wheels and we need to pay off the buyer, and like those things are illegal, no. And I know that for many industries it's the modus operandi here in Mexico, but make sure you keep pushing the boundaries and look towards international, places that are like the U.S., Europe, Asia, like, that are a little more evolved, so that you can see how that's moving, where that's moving to, and it's never going to go away. There's even in the U.S. and Europe, there's still corruption and there's still under the table and there's still a bunch of stuff like that. But we need to continue to clean it up, continue to clean it up, continue to clean it up because it's just not it's not the direction that the world is headed, and that's a good thing, and that's a good thing. So, so yeah, we're going to show you addictive tech and gaming design, and it's not ethical. And so we're going to show you some of the sad things. And again, this all like, oh my God, tech, and you're going to want to disconnect from everything. But that's not the point. That's not the point. If you really, it's not about disconnecting and living in the bubble. It's about living in the reality that we face and changing it, molding it to the future that we want. No, so good luck. Planetary health and planetary ethics.